In 1984, the Soviet Armored Forces Military Academy proposed a new concept, planning to create a fire support vehicle based on the chassis of a main battle tank. It would provide powerful firepower equivalent to an infantry fighting vehicle while also having the protection of a main battle tank and could participate in various combat scenarios alongside tanks. The development work was assigned to the Chelyabinsk Research Institute. The designers proposed two designs, known as Project 781 and Project 782. Project 782 also seemed to be referred to as 781B. Both vehicles were based on the same concept, being modified on the chassis of the T-72B main battle tank. However, there were significant differences in their firepower design. The tank chassis was also appropriately modified, mainly by lengthening the chassis and redesigning the front of the vehicle. It was taller than the heavily sloped armor of the T-72B tank, providing sufficient internal space for the crew to operate the weapons inside. However, the frontal armor protection of the vehicle was similar to that of the T-72B. The rear of the vehicle was equipped with an 840 horsepower V84-1 diesel engine, allowing the vehicle to maintain similar mobility to the T-72B. Project 781 had a distinctive weapon configuration, featuring two unmanned weapon stations mounted side by side on the vehicle. Each station was equipped with a stabilized 30mm 2A72 autocannon with a total of 550 rounds, and the design also included a PKT coaxial machine gun as an auxiliary for each station, although this was not reflected in the prototype vehicle. The left side of the prototype vehicle's turret was equipped with smoke grenade launchers, while the right side of the turret had two anti-tank missile launchers mounted externally. There was also a small 7.62mm machine gun turret on the front left of the vehicle and an automatic grenade launcher on the front right, with 2,000 rounds for the machine gun and 300 rounds for the grenade launcher. This was a remote-controlled turret with limited firing arc due to the vehicle's structure, and the operator had specialized observation equipment for targeting. Behind the two weapon stations, there was another small machine gun turret, which mounted one or two 12.7mm heavy machine guns to provide rear protection for the vehicle. Operating Project 781 was not easy, as it required a crew of 7 people, each with the necessary sighting equipment and responsible for operating the numerous weapons. The concept of Project 781 was somewhat similar to early multi-turret tanks, attempting to create a heavily armed vehicle. However, such a vehicle would likely have posed challenges in terms of command and coordination. Project 782 had a different weapon configuration, featuring a larger armored turret that appeared to be an improvement from the turret of the BMP-3 infantry fighting vehicle. It was equipped with a 100mm cannon, as well as a 30mm autocannon, with 50 rounds for the 100mm cannon and 4 missile launchers, and 500 rounds for the 30mm autocannon. According to the design, the turret also had a 7.62mm machine gun and a 40mm automatic grenade launcher. There were also turrets positioned on the front left and front right of the vehicle, each housing an automatic grenade launcher and a PKT machine gun, with 2 PKT machine guns mounted on each side of the rear of the vehicle, with 1,000 rounds per machine gun and 300 rounds for the grenade launcher. Prototypes of Project 781 and Project 782 were manufactured in the late 1980s, and they were presented to high-ranking military officials for testing until 1990. At the time, the military favored Project 781, but due to political upheaval and financial issues, the entire project was terminated, and the prototype vehicles were transported to Kubinka for storage.